Hi, it's Melissa from Bears Pampered Stampers. I'm going to walk you through this week's take and makes because you're taking them home and making them. There are 3 of them: the gnome, the sympathy card, and the shoe card, tennis shoe card, that has the saying, "Every walk involves a few puddles." I thought that was kind of cute. I'm going to start with the gnome card since it's the most time consuming. You get your kit. It comes in an envelope. There's the card base, the yellow layer, and the Oh Happy Day pattern paper that goes on top. Your jute to tie the bow around the bottom, and then your gnome cutout. And that all comes on the die from Gina Marie Designs. And Cheryl so kindly cut all these pieces out for us, and then she threw in a little something that I'm not sure where it came from, but it's not part of the die. It's a little flower and a couple of leaves, and on that also is a little embellishment, a little dot, a little enamel dot. Basically, you're going to get your kit's going to be like this. Your little man's going to be, your little gnome's going to be cut out of kind of a watermelon color. Your hat's going to be cut out of this green, and this little notch here is cut out, but it's not removed. And I did remove mine. I thought that was a little easier because you're going to slide that right behind his little nose here. So let's start by putting him together. And you're just going to need a little glue. And we, of course, love to use the Nouveau glue. It sticks really well, but it gives you a few seconds to get things assembled. And you'll see that this gnome is not cut perfectly great right through here. It's got a little edge of something on it. But it doesn't really matter because this is going to completely cover that. So you're not going to see that at all. So I'm just going to put a few dots of glue down on his little hat and attach his little green piece over top of the pink piece. There he goes. And fixing him so his little nose shows there. Next, I'll put his beard on. I'll be sure and put the right side up. And that'll go on here. I'm going to slip that underneath the nose. Again, the nose is kind of cut on the top and the bottom, so you can slide under. And up. Then we're going to put his little nose on top of that. We'll put a little dot of glue. I think it's easier to put the glue right on the paper and then layer things on top of the paper. This is where I should have my jewel picker out. There's his little nose. And then we're going to carry on with his shoes and his gloves. And his other shoe. Like watching paint dry, isn't it? I could have lined this up a little bit better. I wonder if it's it's wet enough yet. There we go. And there are little ridges there to show you right where it should go, if I was bright enough to find them. And then these little gloves. And his other little glove. I'm getting my head in the way there, sorry. It's hard to see what you're doing sometimes. And Cheryl included a little pom-pom. I think we all have a few of those. If not, you can always find them at the craft stores. The pom-pom goes on the top. Then the little flower, the leaves first, I would think. I really should have got my picker out. If you don't have a picker, if you don't know what I'm talking about, next time you're in, be sure and ask me, because they sure save you a lot of hassle. Okay, here's another little leaf. And the little flower. And the tiniest thing of all is the little dot. Goes right in the center of the flower. If I can get it to flip over. There we go. Okay. And that about does it. We're just going to put him on top of here, tie the ribbon around a few times, and tie a little bow, and you're all done. Looks like it's going to go around 3 or 4 times. And there's your little card. Okay, so that's the first one. I think the hardest part is just assembling your gnome. Second card is the shoe card, and that's going to come to you in a kit like this. Card, no layer, because this needs the entire 4 1/4 by 5 to take the stamp. You're going to color this, the shoes, whatever color you like. I did watermelon red or fresh watermelon in Nouveau ink. And I'm sending you a strip, and a strip with every walk involves a few puddles. You'll need to trim your words down to the size that you prefer. I put, let's see, yes, I did do that. I clipped them both ways. It looks like this needs to be trimmed a little bit more so that it's under the size of the layer, but under it, and then just put it on. It's a very, very simple card. The last card is probably the simplest of all. It comes again in an envelope with the basic card and the layer. The layer just gets attached to the black, the black layer gets attached to the card. This stamped piece gets attached to that, and this ribbon, which I just love, has a little shiny gold on it, just gets wrapped around. And actually, you should do that. You should attach the black piece last. Gets wrapped around and taped in the back, and taped in the back and then attached to your card. Very simple, but a really elegant sympathy card. So that's the 3 make and takes for this week. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and we'll see you next time. The kits are available until till Saturday, $2 a kit. Give me a call if you're interested. Thanks.